Saturday night soccer comes to One Oak Field as FC Tulsa entertain a Louisville City FC side who have already punched their playoff ticket. The home side will be buoyed by their 1-1 draw with Las Vegas Lights just a few days ago here at One Oak Field, as they themselves remain in the top 8. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into One Oak Field. Dave Saunders and former professional Anna Berger with you. And Anna, whenever Lou City are in town, it's a special night. But how does FC Tulsa go about containing them tonight?
FC Tulsa just focused on keeping their spot in the top 8. But Dave, earlier this week, a lot of the players were asked that question, and they all said a similar thing. It doesn't matter who they're playing. When they're at home, have to get the 3 points and protect One Oak Field. Now, a tower of presence at the back for FC Tulsa has been one Alexis Sawahi. And Sawahi has just been so crucial to this defense for FC Tulsa all season. He missed 5 games earlier this season due to injury, and Dave, his presence was definitely missed, but since he's been back in the lineup, he's just completely been a force. His awareness is great. He has so much strength in the air, his cleanup, everything you would want from a solid defender in the back. Talk about awareness. Look at this from Wednesday night, his defending here on the line. And this is where you see just his ability to understand the play. He drops back in behind Peñaranda, a goal line save. This was a pivotal moment in this game. His head off the crossbar and kept FC Tulsa with a clean sheet at that point. And then on the other end, Dave, they were able to find the back of the net with this goal from Milo Yosef. Great buildup, and they just continued to try to find those points. And Aaron Bibit up front
He just wants a clear-cut opportunity. He's already scored at Detroit, but we're waiting for him to score here at One Oak Field.
He has found such great positioning in and around the box. He's had multiple chances since he scored that first goal with his debut, and he is hunting for his next one, and FC Tulsa hopeful it might be tonight against Louisville City.
The atmosphere on Vamos night is really building up here at One Oak Field. It's cooler than of late. It's perfect for a game of football here tonight. We'll be back after the break with your first half call and, of course, your lineups. It is FC Tulsa versus Louisville City FC.
I couldn't lay down. I couldn't stand up.
My shoulder blade and the muscles between the shoulder blades.
Bent over. Couldn't stand up straight.
The pain just got progressively worse.
Turns out that I had scoliosis.
When I walked into Tulsa Spine and Rehab for the first time, I definitely felt very welcomed.
Dr. Riley, I just made an automatic connection.
He's going to take care of you and your needs and get you going.
I walked out of here and I didn't have a crick in my neck anymore.
There is truly here the desire to help people get better.
The experience to adapt, learn, and grow defines Williams. We've delivered natural gas to power change for over a century. Now we're investing in next-gen technologies to move toward a low-carbon future. We can reduce emissions and meet rising energy demands because experience powers us.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least consulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Tonight's match is brought to you by Tulsa Spine and Rehab, a team of specialists in one place, delivering lasting pain relief. By Williams, we make clean energy happen. By Osage Casino, your place to play. And by OSU Medicine, FC Tulsa's official sports medicine partner. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome into this game sponsored by Arvis Bank as we take a look at the FC Tulsa starting 11, and in come Pacheco, Segrist and Tete Annabergel.
And FC Tulsa, we alluded to, wanting to take care of business at home with some of those new players coming on. Tete, who typically plays center back, shifts over to the right. B-Boot scored a goal in his debut, hunting for his next goal. Batch has been playing so well. He'll be in the middle, kind of floating in that number 10 position, and they'll be up against a tough Louisville City side that has already clinched their spot in the playoffs, Dave.
Yeah, and look at number 9. It is one Philip Goodrum. Up there, of course, the FC Tulsa player from this season.
Yeah, FC Tulsa fans will definitely be familiar with him. Sean Tosh in the back at number 4 really bolsters that defense as well. So pay attention to Wilson up top as well. And Louisville City, they just have so many weapons, so it'll be important for FC Tulsa to stay strong defensively to try to get some goals.
Mr. Janssen, the referee, blows the whistle. We're underway. You can see why they're called the boys in purple, because Louisville City are playing from right to left on your screens, all in purple, up against FC Tulsa, white socks, white shorts, and those patina green shirts. These two always produce drama. There's been quite a few goals between them down the years. We hope for plenty of that tonight. FC Tulsa in 8th place, desperate to stay in the playoff places. Here's Dia with the throw-in. Good one into the box. It bounces once into the safe hands of Johan Peñaranda, and Annabergel straight off the bat. I'm going to say to you that Peñaranda has to play an amazing game tonight to keep Louisville City at bay.
He will have to make some big-time saves, and he's done that. Player of the month in July, since he's joined this FC Tulsa team and become just a regular starter and helping to bolster that back line. He's done a great job, and he will have to do the routine saves, and he will likely have to make a couple of big-time saves to give FC Tulsa a chance to be successful and get some points out of this game.
Well, thanks for your company here on ESPN Plus, on Cox Your View, and Cox Channel 3 here locally in Tulsa, as Bradley Bourgeois, the captain, hits the ball towards the left towards Pacheco, who receives the ball now. Aidan McFadden, I think, felt that one. That's an overhit ball from Pacheco, and it will be away harmlessly for a goal kick. And we can have a look at the injury report brought to you by OSU Medicine. Arthur Rogers is close but still out. Angel Bernal and Camilo Ponce for FC Tulsa. Jorge Gonzalez and Brian Ownby both out for Louisville City. Goal kick to be taken by Damian Lass. Lass, who is on loan from Austin FC. 7 clean sheets. Comes into this game with 62 saves for his club. Here's Rashid Tete. Sean Tosh has got a foot on that one. Beboot was excited just for a moment because it's an underhit pass. And now the boys in purple coming forward. Played into the box. It's over everybody. Back into the danger area. Headed away by Segrist. Now there's a shot and it's just wide. The shot coming in from Taylor Davila. Just wide of the target, Anna.
And Louisville City, we can see how they can be dangerous on that far side. Good effort there. And from an FC Tulsa perspective, you see they want to press, they want to run on the front end, they want to make sure that they can recover on the back end, stay in Louisville City's space, don't give them too much time to get their head up and find that next pass. And then just from an FC Tulsa perspective, all season, head coach Mario Sanchez has been trying to just build a culture where they lift each other up, try to help each other just be successful in whatever their strengths are, and we've seen that continue to grow throughout the season, and hopefully that will come to fruition tonight against Louisville City.
Good touch there from Philip Goodrum. Louisville City on the attack down that right-hand side. Jansen Wilson was involved, wide on the right. Here's Ray Serrano. Now Adams will hit one from a long way out. Not afraid to come forward. They're playing a back three tonight. Kyle Adams, the captain, playing on the left of the three alongside Arturo Ordonez and Sean Tosh. Peñaranda with the goal kick. You just feel all over the field, Anna, there's just some really tremendous matchups. Obviously, we know all about Philip Goodrum. Given the start, it's his first start in a Louisville City shirt since transferring from FC Tulsa. And a big night for him, and you know, a big night for that man who's just been fouled, Aaron Beboot, because he's coming closer and closer to scoring goals. He's already got one, as I told you in the open, but big night for both of these strikers.
It is, and obviously Philip Goodrum recently joining the Louisville City FC side, very familiar with this FC Tulsa squad, wanting to make an impact here in his first start and just continue to help this Louisville City team with a potentially record-breaking season. And then FC Tulsa on the other end, we've alluded to their position so far in the playoffs. And Mario Sanchez has brought in a few different players throughout the season. They've had some, mid-season transfers and trying to just continue to find some consistency in the lineup. But every player that has come in has made a difference, and Aaron Beboot is no exception. Scored in his debut, but wants to continue to build on that, and he's one to look out for and can cause problems for this Louisville City defense.
No, talking of problems being caused, here's Andrew Booth, who's doing so well for FC Tulsa. He's got no one on the right-hand side. Has to go back here to Rashid Tete. Wanted to ask you, Anna, for various reasons. Owen Damm, who we're going to be speaking to in this first half, is not able to play tonight. That was part of the loan agreement. Of course, Owen Damm on loan from Louisville City, but it's a big night for Rashid Tete, who comes in at right back, Anna, and he's more used to being the centre-back. It's a big night for him.
It is, and FC Tulsa able to recover there defensively, but you're right, he's used to being more central, but we've seen FC Tulsa kind of have to shift players around and have some versatility, and Tete tonight has the ability, and we've seen him be a really solid defender, but a different look on that right side as Bourgeois and Swahi bolster.
So here's Pacheco. Can he get it on to his favoured right? Comes here to Bibi, doesn't quite get hold of it, but this is a bright start from FC Tulsa, and when they find Pacheco wide on that left-hand side, no Milo Yosef tonight, by the way, Pacheco finds some space and a good ball there. There's Bibu to him, and he returns the favour here, Anna.
He does. 1v1, Pacheco can be really dangerous, but he does a good job here, opts for that quick release ball in, but Bibu just not able to get a hold of it the way that he wants to, but a really positive, encouraging start. The quick release to that diagonal pass for Pacheco, and that's what you want to see from this FC Tulsa side, and building that confidence going forward as well.
Should say congratulations to Louisville City. You became the first team to punch their playoff ticket. A win tonight for Louisville City guarantees them a top 4 place, which will give them home advantage in the first round of the playoffs. Guerra signs are industry leaders in visa processing for professional athletes. They work hard off the field for the players to succeed on it. Reach out today for your organisation's consultation. There is Tete. Patrick Segrist as well into the starting lineup again. Brings it forward, crosses the halfway line. Pacheco, as he always is, wide on that left-hand side. Bradley Bourgeois will knock it long here, looking for Bibu. He's trying to get in between 2 defenders, but a combination of Adams and Dia foil that danger, and it goes harmlessly through to Damien Lass. Tosh. Philip Goodrup, familiar of course to One Oak Field. McFadden. Jansen Wilson plays it in, away by Segrist. Bibu gets knocked off the ball there by Ordonez. Bibu has stayed down. Sereno onto his right foot, that's wild, and FC Tulsa won't mind that too much, and now some attention I think for Aaron Biboot. But you look at, we'll just have a look at the replay here, Anna, on Biboot, but I really wanted to talk to you about this Louisville City side. Almost a little bit of an elbow to the face there, but you know, you look at their record, and you go back to 2015, they were in the regular season they were second in the Eastern, and the same happened in 2016. They get into the conference final in their first 2 years, then they're back-to-back champions, and so on and so on and so on. And you know, if you look by their own standards, last year 2023 they finished 5th, and yet they still make the conference final. They are just a phenomenal side.
They are. The longevity that they've created, and just the consistent standard that they have had year after year after year. And you mentioned the 5th place finish last season, and then still getting to the conference final, and this will be now the 10th consecutive year that they have been in the playoffs. So just unbelievable, and that's just something that every USL Championship team really strives to be there, be at that level on a consistent basis, and they've put together another quality season and have the opportunity to continue to go on and break some records.
There's the 4th official, Brandon Query, with Aaron Biboot, thumb up there, and he's okay. And there's Mario Sanchez, very familiar. He's always got a smile on his face, always chatting to someone, and very familiar to any Louisville City fans who are here tonight. Very popular man there, thoroughly popular man here in FC Tulsa. And behind him, you can just catch Luke Spencer there. Luke Spencer played alongside the likes of Sean Tosh and Alexi Sawahi in a purple shirt for Lou City. So plenty of connections here, Anna. We can go on and on. We'll talk to Owen Damm in a few minutes. Lots of connections between these two great clubs.
Absolutely. I mean, both Mario Sanchez and Luke Spencer just played key roles in Lou City becoming the power that they have been, and Sanchez just a part of Lou City's academy and building some of those players that ultimately went on to help that first team. So just a lot of, you know, connections, as you mentioned, but just ties to this team on and off the field. We alluded to Philip Goodrum as well, and then Owen Damm and Santiago Sanchez both on the FC Tulsa team on loan from Lou City this season. So this is kind of a unique matchup tonight that has gathered some attention around the USL Championship.
Luke Spencer, who was a forward, and he led them to their 2018 USL Championship final victory. Retired as a player in 2020, but I can tell you firsthand from talking to some of the younger players here and some of the older players for that matter, Luke Spencer is very highly regarded by all of the players. There's Bradley Bourgeois, but the referee's going to keep playing here. Ray Serrano, now he's going to bring it back for the foul, so a chance for Lou City to get the ball into the box. FC Tulsa will be looking to hold the line here at the 18. Thanks to your company again. 13th minute as we take a look at Danny Cruz, who was the coach of the month in August. He's been the head of Lou City since April 2021, after being the assistant coach and the technical director. He himself played for Philadelphia Union and Real Monarchs back in 2017. A very successful coach, and these two coaches know what they're doing with their players. And the points desperate for both clubs for different reasons. Here's the ball into the box. It misses everybody and it's just over the bar. It hit Segrist and then it was kind of sliced away by Bradley Bourgeois. Let's have a look at the replay, Anna.
A bit chaotic in the 6-yard box there. A good, dangerous ball in initially to the back post, but just not properly cleared. And then you see Bourgeois just getting anything on it to try to get that one out of danger. But FC Tulsa needing to stay switched on here defensively as an upcoming corner kick opportunity for Lou City FC.
Katrina Freshmeck's corner kick. Serrano into the box. Good header away from Segrist. Now there's a volley towards goal. Away by B-Boot. He's going to chase his own ball forward. There was a man down, I think it was Philip Goodrum actually, right on the penalty spot. He was down. Serrano here, left-footed ball. He sliced that one, and that one will be out. Also, with Lou City, their attack leads the championship with 68 goals, and the goals have been spread around. And with Aidan McFadden's game winner against Loudoun United FC in their last game, Lou City now has 8 players, Anna Bergel, who have recorded at least 4 goals this regular season. And I want to tell you, both of their so-called holding midfield players in the centre of the park are both on 5 goals. It just shows you, as Goodrum wants another one. Goodrum saved by Peñaranda, and then Goodrum can't get the follow-up. And you cannot give Philip Goodrum, Anna Bergel, room like that, and Peñaranda stands tall literally for this save.
Peñaranda bailing out Bradley Bourgeois here. Poor defending, and when you have Philip Goodrum on your back just ready and waiting to pounce, FC Tulsa fortunate that he's not able to finish that opportunity.
And just going back to the goals and talking about Philip Goodrum, for example, if he was still at FC Tulsa, he would be the top goal scorer on 5. He scored 1 on his debut for Lou City, but it just shows you the Wilson Harris, the top goal scorer, 16 goals, is on the bench.
And it's a really impressive statistic, because when you have a team like this that can score from all different angles, it makes it really tough to defend, because you can't just highlight and focus on 1 or 2 top goal scorers and try to shut them down and force play elsewhere, because they can score from anywhere. So it just creates a different dynamic that teams have to deal with, which has been one of the main reasons that they have been so successful this season.
Here's Kyle Adams, the New Zealander, coming forward, trusty left foot, plays it to Dia. Stojanovic, who's hardly had a touch of the football, involved there, and Tete commits the fouls. Sereno is down, holding his right Achilles there, you can see, but it'll be a chance for Davila here, wearing 17, or Sereno, to put this one into the box. This time the line being held pretty much around about the penalty spot. You can see the two-man wall there of Diallo and Batch. There's the ball into the box. There's a header down just wide, and it was Ordonez up from the back there, glancing that one just wide, Anna.
Taylor Davila, excellent delivery on that free kick with enough pace. It's curling in, and Ordonez rises up, trying to just redirect that one back on frame, but he scuffs it just wide. But a really good opportunity for Louisville City FC, who's had a few chances off of those dead balls and have almost made the most of them.
60 appearances for Pittsburgh Riverhounds FC. Ordonez, 2022-23, has scored a goal this season in the 5-1 win against Detroit back at the Lynn Valley Family Stadium. Now Stojanovic this time has some room, but he's going to go back here to the man we highlighted, Alexi Sawahi. If you haven't seen it, the goal line clearance on Wednesday was something to behold. There's Segras with a long ball looking for Pacheco. Pacheco, early ball into the box. Good catch from Damian Lass, but not an easy skill there from Pacheco, who had to kind of one-time that into the box.
No, that was a great piece of play. Good ball up over the top, and Pacheco just trying to get something in the box to give the likes of Bibut a chance, who had a good run in. So good defending from Louisville City, and Damian Lass able to catch that one and clear it away as Louisville City here trying to get something going.
Bit of a feature of the game, and there's been some long balls looking to get in behind the defence from both teams tonight so far in this opening few minutes. Here is Faisal Batch out to Stojanovic. Decent ball needed, and it wasn't a decent ball. He tried to play it back to Booth, and Tete was in late there. Referee's going to play advantage. Rashid Tete might find himself in a little bit of trouble. Here's Elijah Winder, the 21-year-old. There is a man down. Louisville City might want to put this ball out, but they're going to play on. Here's McFadden. Into the box, it hits the defender. Now there's a shot cleared by Rashid Tete. The referee's still going to remember, I think, Rashid Tete's tackle. Just seeing who it was. I think it's Sereno, who's been in the thick of things. He's okay, he's up and about, and the game goes on. There's Tosh. Philip Goodrum, who's gone out wide. Familiar head down run from him. There's Tosh again into the box, away by Tete. Winder will see that one go out, and so far, yeah, here we go. Good memory from the referee. I think it was quite a few minutes ago, but such is this game that they want to keep the ball on the deck and play. The referee had to wait till the next dead ball, and Rashid Tete gets his third yellow card of the season. But FC Tulsa have defended it pretty well, Anna, but you just feel that at any time Louisville City can really turn on the speed and the agility going forward.
And I think that's key for FC Tulsa, because they've defended well, but they have to continue to do that. They have to stay switched on in these moments.
Ball was flicked on into the side netting. Now, I'm delighted to say that we are joined on the broadcast by Owen Damm. Owen, good evening to you, sir.
What's up, guys?
So, just to explain to everybody, Owen, it was part of your agreement coming on loan from Louisville City that you would not be able to take part in this game. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I know it's unfortunate because I was really looking forward to this game, but you know, at the end of the day, I can't really do much about it. So
I was watching you pre-game, lots of smiles, hugs, handshakes with your teammates. We'll just come to Owen just in a minute because Toshi's going to turn this one back. So a great group of lads, and we've been praising this Louisville City team. They are a fantastic team and squad of players, aren't they?
No, for sure. It was nice to see the guys again. As you said, we met before the game, just on the field, spoke, and you know, they're all happy for me that I'm, you know, doing my own thing here. But yeah, it was great to see them.
Oh, and it's been great watching you this season kind of just continue to grow with this FC Tulsa team. Talk about the tie at Las Vegas and just what you feel is left from this FC Tulsa team as you close in to try to keep hold of that playoff spot.
Yeah, no, I thought the Vegas game was good. I mean, tactically, I think we you know, stuck to our principles with the ball, and I think that kind of showed, especially in the first half, how we were able to, you know, dictate the game with the ball. And I think, you know, that's kind of the main thing we took away from Wednesday, and you know, hopefully we can apply some of those tonight here against Louisville.
Talking to FC Tulsa's on-loan player Owen Damm. Owen, what was a break in play? How have you enjoyed settling into this FC Tulsa team, and with a coach I'm assuming you knew from your Louisville City days as well?
Yeah, no, me and Mario go way back. He was my coach in Academy, and so yeah, he brought me over, and you know, all the staff and the guys on the team have made it really easy, you know, to get adjusted to FC Tulsa, and yeah, I couldn't be happier.
So clearly, with your experience with Mario, how have you seen the other players as well, with this being Mario's first season as head coach with this FC Tulsa team? How have they responded? What have you seen Mario Sanchez do with this club?
I think it's all a learning process. I mean, just like we're learning, he's learning too, and I think just being able to go through it together has made us all tighter, you know? So, yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, we're looking to secure that playoff spot, so, you know, hopefully we can get it done, and yeah.
Yeah, you've actually, Owen, taken my next question really, which was, you know, I'm assuming you're confident you're in 8th place, you need the top 8 spot. We should say congratulations to Louisville City, who have secured theirs already, and if they were to win here at One Oak Field, they would secure a home player place. We'll just come to the play here. There's a shot, it hits the defender, and Johan Peñaranda has to go down and make the save. But Owen, finally from us to you, you know, confident that you can make that top 8 spot and get a postseason.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, coming down to the last few games of the season, every point matters. So, yeah, just being able to, you know, if we can secure 3 points here, that'd be great. But, you know, I mean, again, every point matters at this point. So hopefully we can get it done tonight and move forward.
Katrina Freshmack's corner from Serrano, right in front of Owen Damm. He's very kindly joining us here on the broadcast. 0-0 the score, 25th minute. Serrano into the box. There's a header away from Aaron Beebit, a very strong header away. Well, Owen, we look forward to seeing you back in an FC Tulsa shirt in the next game. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the game.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Here's Sean Tosh up from the back, trying to get at least a corner. Now the ball comes in from McFadden. Serrano, if he just got a touch there, he could have been in on goal. Here's Stojanovic, who's had to really defend. He hits it long, looking for Beebit. Beebit controls, tries from a long way out. But the ball goes through to Damian Larson. And just you know, a last word, Anna, from you on Owen Damm. Thoroughly a nice young man. He's very highly thought of by Coach Sanchez.
He is, and it's been a joy to watch him play. He's a great 1v1 defender, but we've seen him get in the mix offensively as well, and he's fit nicely into this FC Tulsa team and definitely has a very successful career ahead of him.
Louisville City again dumping a ball into the box, away by Bradley Bourgeois. It's only going to go as far as Adams. Adams to Winder. Davila. McFadden. Attacking players all over the field. McFadden in with his left foot. Stojanovic awkwardly has to get it away. There's a chance for Sereno, and a brilliant save from Johan Peñaranda, who makes a save to keep it at 0-0. Look at this for technique from Sereno. Look at the save from Peñaranda.
Peñaranda has had to make a couple really good saves these last few minutes. Serrano able to face up. You see him trying to curl that ball in, but Peñaranda with the strong arm up and over to deny that goal on frame. And FC Tulsa holding strong here defensively.
Katrina Freshmack's corner from Davila into the danger area. There's a header down, and that's going to go away off the head of Sean Tosh. As the world demands low-cost, low-carbon energy, Williams will be there with the best transport, storage and delivery solutions. Williams, we make clean energy happen. 0-0 the score. Louisville City here in town in this cross-conference game. As we've already told you, they are the top goal scorers. They're a little bit down the list in terms of shots. Tampa Bay Rowdies lead that one, but coming into this game they were at 403. Stooping header away by Bradley Bourgeois. Thrown on halfway. McFadden into the number 9, Philip Goodrum. Ball down the right-hand side is going to go. Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa is your place for fun and entertainment after the match. Enjoy a world-class casino experience with high-stakes tables and over 1,600 electronic games. Just 4 miles from One Oak Field, Osage Casino Hotel, Tulsa. 0-0, good game. Obviously FC Tulsa, Anna, knocking it long, looking to soak up the pressure. We'll tell you about some possession stats in just a moment, but they're up against a strong side. But FC Tulsa, let's compliment them. They're in this game at 0-0 and performing pretty well.
They are, and they knew that they would have to be at their best defensively against this Louisville City FC side, and they've been able to absorb that pressure. As we thought, Peñaranda's had to come up with a couple of big saves and some good clearances from the FC Tulsa defenders, but when they're able to find that quick switch or that ball up top, they need to allow players to get forward. We've seen Pacheco 1v1 a couple times, so FC Tulsa just trying to get possession, take a breath, and then start connecting some passes, and when they do that, they can really be more successful in the final third. And from a possession perspective, Dave, I mean, Louisville City FC has been able to create more of the goal-scoring opportunities, but really about 50-50. FC Tulsa sitting at around 47% and just trying to continue to have more positive possession in the attacking third.
Plenty of games tonight, which we'll tell you about. Well, FC Tulsa giving the ball away to Goodrum, then Bradley Bourgeois has fouled his old teammate, and Bourgeois will go into the book. And we can also tell you that USL Championship soccer continues on the ESPN networks in September with a matchup of top teams from the Eastern Conference. Detroit City FC takes on Players Shield leader Louisville City, who you can see in purple here tonight, in a Sunday afternoon clash. That's September the 22nd at 3 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. There's the referee, Brad Jensen, who's just issued a Pele yellow card to FC Tulsa's captain, Bradley Bourgeois. Yet another free kick. Serrano is over it, and it's clipped into the box, headed away by Bourgeois. The ball's clipped in by Davila. 0-0. Louisville City probing. Jensen Wilson spreads the ball out to the right-hand side. Then goes Pacheco. Throw-in's going to be taken by Aidan McFadden. McFadden from Westchester, Pennsylvania. 4 goals and 4 assists, the 25-year-old. Scored the winner in the 1-0 home win last time out against Loudon. There's the ball into the box, away again from Bradley Bourgeois. Anna, it's easy to say from up here, isn't it? But if FC Tulsa do get the ball, you said it a few moments ago, string a few passes together and then try to get Aaron Beboot, who is a handful for any defence, to try and hold the ball up, to bring the midfield in.
Right, and when they get isolated, we've seen Pacheco have some success 1v1, but FC Tulsa really just needing to get more numbers going forward in transition, and Lou City FC owning the statistics from a shots perspective. 12 shots so far in this game, 3 of those on target. That one goes up and over, but FC Tulsa has been limited. They've only had 2 shots, none of those on target. So that's something they'll really have to push for when they do have possession. Try to get more numbers in the attacking third. Have some creativity, play with some more confidence. Aaron Beboot, as we've seen these past few games, has been playing with confidence. He's going for the tough shots. He's trying to find the goal, and that's where it's going to be difficult, but they have the players to do it and have settled into this game nicely, but now just need to work their way up the field a bit more.
FC Tulsa have only lost 1 of their last 8 at home. Their overall record here is they've won 3, they've only lost 2, and they've drawn 6 games here at One Oak Field. The wins have come over Miami and San Antonio, both by 2-1, and then Memphis by 1-0, and probably the goal of the season still, the cheeky back heel from one Philip Goodrum, who is sold to Lou City and is up against his former teammates here tonight. Fantastic goal, brilliant moment, and FC Tulsa have performed pretty well at home this season.
They have, and that's something that year in, year out, they, like any team, want to make sure that they take care of business in front of their home fans, and typically they've really shown up in big games like this no matter who they're playing at home. And Philip Goodrum here.
Out wide. Wilson went back there. They come forward again now in the shape of Kyle Adams in his 20th start. Here's the ball in from Deere. Again, just overhit a little bit. And then Segrist, an untidy challenge away. Tosh steps in. Sean Tosh now up from the back, wearing 4. Tries to go the long way around. Pacheco's there. Tosh has come out with the ball. Still going, Sean Tosh. Lays it back. Is there a shot on goal? There is, and it's a goal. Good work from Sean Tosh, and it's Jansen Wilson who gets the goal in the 34th minute here to open the scoring. It's FC Tulsa 0, Lou City 1.
We talked about how many players have impacted Lou City FC from a goals perspective, and Wilson, another one of those players, finding the back of the net for the 9th time this season. Great work from Sean Tosh on the outside to just keep this alive. Cheeky pulls it up over Pacheco, able to get around the corner, and then Jansen Wilson just sets this one up nicely. First touch out in front of him, well struck into the far post.
Yeah, not a lot that Johan Peñaranda can do there. He's looking up at the screen. It came through a sea of players. It was well hit by Jansen Wilson, and as Anna's just told you, his 9th of the season. The former Belmont University man signed his first professional contract with Lou City. Now we'll see what FC Tulsa are made of, whether they can put some passes together here. Here's Batch. Ball ricochets away here kindly to Andrew Booth. Diallo. Bourgeois. Wide is Rashid Tete. Booth surrounded by players, tries to get the ball flicked through, heads it infield looking for Batch. Batch unfortunately doesn't get enough on that. And now Philip Goodrum, who's come out wide on the left with Bradley Bourgeois, brings in Sean Tosh, the assister of the goal. Ordonez goes back to Lass, and now Adams. Adams wants to go over the top here, looking for Abdou Dia. He's gone back, and the shot was from Jansen Wilson, who wanted another one, and Peñaranda gets everything behind this one, and he's been pretty busy tonight for FC Tulsa.
Wilson, again, this is great technique. Good work on the outside. The ball back in, and he comes in with pace. Tries to just get this one back on frame with the one-touch shot, but right at Peñaranda. And FC Tulsa defensively need to step up a bit quicker on those opportunities, because we've seen already Wilson with the ability to score, but great shot from further out as well.
Oklahoma State University Medicine is FC Tulsa's official sports medicine partner. Boys in purple coming forward again. It's a foul committed by FC Tulsa on the goal scorer. Free kick. Again, FC Tulsa having to retreat to the 18-yard line. Home crowd still behind their team. There are some Lou City fans in the stadium, making the long trek to Oklahoma. B-boot away. Now it's hooked back in by the Spaniard Ordonez, but it's wide of the target. And Anna, you look at periods in the game, big 9 minutes here. FC Tulsa have gone behind. They certainly wouldn't want to go in more than a goal behind, and they dearly love to get a little bit more action on Damian Lass's goal. Again, it's very difficult up against this very impressive Lou City team.
Yeah, it is, and it's, you know, going into halftime, want to put yourself in a better position, clearly, but FC Tulsa, you know, they've had success kind of in this window heading into halftime between the 31st and 45th minute. They've scored 5 goals, and so they've kind of found that late first half surge before when they've needed to, and that's something that they'll definitely want to find here. Don't want to concede, don't want to allow Lou City FC another goal heading into halftime, but we've seen spells where FC Tulsa has been able to get more into an offensive rhythm, but they'll definitely want to do that here.
Stojanovic has found it difficult to get into the game on the right-hand side, Anna, having to, you know, look at the runs forward by Amadou Dia. With the way Lou City play with their 3 at the back, Dia's playing really as a left winger, isn't he? A left wing back, and so it means Stojanovic has got to tuck in with him, hasn't he?
Right, and we've talked about that dynamic before when you have those wing players and kind of establishing yourself early in the game. It forces the opposition to defend more and just kind of have that in the back of their mind and not be as free going forward, and that's something that has kept FC Tulsa pretty limited from that perspective. Credit to this Lou City FC side, has just made it very difficult.
Stojanovic with some good defending there. Here's Dia with the throw-in in his 9th start of the season, the 31-year-old. Plenty of purple shirts in, everybody back for FC Tulsa inside the box. It ball's flicked on, and there's a shot just wide of the target from Philip Goodrum. And he claps his hand. We'll just see how close this was. We know that Goodrum gets inside that 6-yard box so well, Anna.
Just trying to insert himself here. Good defensive effort from FC Tulsa, but Goodrum definitely hungry to find a goal here at One Oak Field. He's already scored once so far for Lou City FC, definitely wants to build on that.
Yeah, scored on his debut coming on as a sub. It's easy to say again from up here, but you just looked at that. You know, Seagrass got some kind of a challenge, but you just have to watch this Lou City team all the time. I mean, Sean Tosh got round Pacheco for the goal, lays it back, and there was Jansen Wilson in a little bit of space. You've just got to watch them the whole time, haven't you?
And they do a great job of just getting multiple players involved, and they anticipate that the opportunity's gonna be there, and that's something that good teams and good attacking-minded players do. So when the ball does fall your way, or when that spot does open up, they're there to finish, and that's another attribute of this team that's made them successful, and something that defenses have to be very aware of.
Boubacar Diallo did well hurriedly to get it to Bourgeois. Bourgeois goes long towards that right-hand side to Stojanovic. He cushions the header down to Faisal Batch, who was signed on loan this season from Tacoma Defiance in MLS Pro. Here is Batch. I was just going to say keeping the ball in, but it goes away. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches, including the championship final, will be available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Visitors here, 5 minutes away from half-time, leading by a 1-0, the 9th of the season for Jansen Wilson. FC Tulsa really having to sit in. I think they probably realised, Anna, it was going to be the story of the night, that they were going to have to soak up a lot of pressure and try to hit this Louisville City team on the break. Maybe Coach Sanchez will talk to them at half-time and see whether they can change the tactics. But, you know, only 1-0. They're still in the game, aren't they?
They are, and you mentioned it. Coming into this game, they likely knew they would have to absorb some of that pressure and then just quickly in transition try to find their way out of it. And there have been moments in this game where they've been able to do that, but now with them down a goal, I'd imagine in the second half that the dynamic and game plan might be tweaked a bit, because they'll have to come out, they'll have to expose themselves a bit more in the back, leaving themselves susceptible to this Louisville City FC offense, but have to go try to find and hunt for that equalizer, especially if they want to get points out of this game.
Sean Tosh, who was assisting in the goal, has played on this field several times. He is actually 5th in all-time appearances for the USL Championship regular season. 264th appearance today, some record, all for Louisville City. And not surprisingly, he's 5th in the number of minutes, over 21,000 minutes that he's played in the USL Championship. Here's the ball towards Ordonez, who kind of hit Andrew Booth in the right ear there. Peñaranda then with 3 minutes to go till half-time, using the Select ball, the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select the player's choice. Can FC Tulsa get an equaliser before half-time? Not like that, with Segrist overhitting that ball. Stojanovic had just come in from the line. FC Tulsa having this second game in 3 days. Last Wednesday it's a 1-1 draw between them and Las Vegas Lights. They now got a Rhode Island and Oakland roots. And then, as we said, Anna, after those 2 trips, there's only one more away game, and that'll be in North Carolina. So 4 of the last 5, with some of the teams in and around them, I should say, here at One Oak Field, could prove to be very significant if they're to get in that top 8 and get a playoff game.
It definitely makes an impact when you're playing at home, and you know, depending on who you ask, sleeping in your own bed, training on your own field, it can make a difference. And just the extra 5% from home fans when you're in those tight games, and especially at this stretch in the season where FC Tulsa knows that, you know, they have to continue to perform if they want a spot in the playoffs, and right now they have it, but they have to maintain it. And so those last few games, very important, and the fact that they're at home will definitely make a difference. And obviously Mario Sanchez feels good about the schedule upcoming and wants to try to get some points on the road as well, but just trying to keep the momentum high.
Good block from Stojanovic, who goes up to Bieber. Clever flick from Bieber. I say clever, but he's just given it away. Davila. Dia into the box, glancing header from Goodrum, it's away. As for Lou City, they, as we've already told you, will be on the ESPN networks, ESPN2 to be precise, at 3 p.m. Eastern on September the 22nd. That's a week from tomorrow, and then they'll finish out the month of September at home to Memphis 901 FC. Now there's going to be a change here. with 3 minutes of Tulsa Tech stoppage time. And Aidan McFadden has had to leave the field. He did get a knock earlier on, and on comes Jake Morris, which means that Amadou Dia has gone to the right-hand side. Jake Morris, the 25-year-old, will slot in on the left. Jake Morris has represented the USA at under 19 and 20 level. He's got a brother, Aidan Morris, who was with Columbus Crew, just transferred to England to play with Middlesbrough in the Championship, and I was checking that he was involved as a substitute today, so good luck to him. Jake Morris, the brother here, has just come onto the field. Aidan McFadden, we think, must have had an injury, Anna, as the ball comes in from Pacheco. It's strong towards the far post. It's a willing chase here by B-Boot, who plays it into the box. There's a header away. We're playing the 3 minutes of Tulsa Tech stoppage time. Pacheco was back defending there. Just overhit that free kick a little bit there. Anna, it left B-Boot quite a lot to do.
Yeah, needed to be a bit better service there to get an opportunity, but a turnover here and Batch with some space.
Now, is there one last effort? And Stojanovic with his left foot there, rather snatched at that one. And again, I'm going to say it for about the third time in the broadcast, it's very easy to say from up here, but those are the opportunities that FC Tulsa have to try to force the goalkeeper into at least a save.
And they did a great job with the turnover. When they have the ability to do that, that was one of those key things coming into this game that Mario Sanchez was emphasizing, is if they can press, turn them over, and then have the opportunity in transition with numbers quickly to catch them out of position. And when those opportunities come up, have to take a breath, have to take advantage of those chances and not only get the shot, but force the goalkeeper to make a save there. And unfortunate from an FC Tulsa perspective, they were not able to execute there.
Playing the stoppage time as the goal scorer Johnson Wilson gets a little nudge into the advertising hoardings there. Goal kick for Peñaranda, and that probably will be it. We'll tell you lots about the scores from around the leagues, that some have already finished, some are to come, and some are like this one in process, and how that affects the playoff places. Of course, we still are 7 or 8 games away from the end of the regular season, but lots of teams looking for that post-season as Peñaranda hits that one directly out. And the referee says that will be it for the first half, and Annabergel FC Tulsa go in a 1-0 down. Your thoughts on the first half generally for them?
No, I mean, Louisville City FC coming in with the offensive power that they bring. FC Tulsa knew they would have to absorb some of that pressure and just find their way to settle into this game. And they did. They were disciplined defensively at times and did a great job. But then obviously Louisville City able to break through with a great goal from Jansen Wilson that was well worked by Sean Tosh, and that was going to happen. But FC Tulsa, if they can find a way to just string a few more passes together in the attacking third and get some more shots on frame, it gives them a better position here to try to find that equalizer.
Well, lots to come in the Williams halftime show. We'll take it a break now. It's FC Tulsa 0, Louisville City FC 1.
When I come home, it's like I feel like I'm in my dream home. I've been doing a little research on HELOCs, and I went to Oklahoma Central Credit Union. They were wonderful. We've added pretty much a new addition to our house. We didn't even have to pay the closing cost. They paid it for us. So I've been with Oklahoma Central for quite a while. I'm not going anywhere else.
What would you do if you only had one life to live? Well, that's kind of how this whole thing works. So bite off more than you can chew. Don't wait for someone else's green light. Go after what they say you can't. Oklahoma needs more doers, and doers don't wait. Get skilled, get paid. Tulsa Tech, powered by Oklahoma Career Tech.
Hi, I'm Bill Knight for Bill Knight Ford. When you buy a vehicle from us, your transaction doesn't end when you drive off the lot. That's because all vehicle purchases come backed by the Knight Advantage. This includes a lifetime powertrain warranty on all new vehicles, a 6-month, 6,000-mile warranty on all used vehicles, and a low price guarantee. These exclusive offers help make your car buying experience easier and more affordable. And that's why we're Oklahoma's #1 Ford dealer, Bill Knight Ford, home of the Knight Advantage.
Summertime is back at Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa, and we have the perfect getaway for you. Cool off in our spacious freeform pool, grab your favorite drink and chill at the poolside bar, or relax and unwind in a cozy private cabana. Just steps away are tempting restaurants, live entertainment, and a world-class casino gaming experience. At Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa, your place to stay and relax.
Louisville City's Jansen Wilson's 9th goal of the season on 33 minutes. Separates the two sides. We've got lots to show you in the Williams halftime show to get through. We'll take another break. We'll be back right after this. FC Tulsa 0, Lou City FC 1.
Is it somebody's birthday? Dad, come watch us hit this ugly piñata. Dad!
When Hornets show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Yeah, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead.
Wealth is represented by this statue. Is there something I can help you with?
I'm sorry, you mentioning wealth just reminded me that I have wealth waiting for me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's super easy. Visit yourmoney.ok.gov, enter your name, and find out if you have any lost money.
Oh, it's from the Oklahoma State Treasurer.
Sure is. Wow, I have over $100 waiting for me.
My dad has some.
We do too.
Go to yourmoney.ok.gov today to see if you have unclaimed cash.
Beautiful night here in downtown Tulsa, One Oak Field to be precise. Lou City have the lead by 1-0. And let's have a look now at the standings. And FC Tulsa start the night and a burgle on in 8th place on 31. You know, Orange County have a game later on, but there's lots of jostling, and they've also got to play, as we'll see in the schedule later on, Monterey Bay and El Paso Locomotive. So lots of jostling for positions. FC Tulsa currently in that last playoff spot.
Right, there's still a lot of movement between those teams. And then on the other end, we've talked about Lou City FC already clinching the top 4, which secures them a spot for a home playoff game, which is crucial. And then they're also in a 3-way battle for its first Players' Shield, which that trophy is awarded to the team with the best overall regular season record. And so hunting for that, but again, a lot of movement left in both of these conferences, which makes the back kind of stretch of this regular season really exciting to watch.
Let's have a look at some scores. As we've been telling you, there's been lots of games tonight. I can tell you in that game at Indy 11, El Paso Locomotive FC had 2 players sent off late on. They finished with 9 and they lose that game by 3-1. Loudoun United had to come from behind. They were 2-1 down there. They win that one by 4-2. Miami FC, we already know, are eliminated from the playoffs. They lose at home 3-0 to Hartford Athletic, and it's currently Tampa Bay Rowdies 2, Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC 1. Late on in that game, Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC have got their noses in front against Charleston, and it is Memphis 2, North Carolina 0. North Carolina are down to 10 men. As we take you to the news and notes, and we've already been telling you that tonight's opponents for FC Tulsa, Louisville City FC, became the first team to clinch its spot in the USL Championship playoffs, presented by Terminix, with a 1-0 win over Loudoun United FC. The Charleston Battery's Nick Markanic equalled the league's single season scoring record with his 25th goal in the club's 2-1 win over Sacramento Republic FC, and I don't think he's done yet. And Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC extended its undefeated streak to 10 matches with a 2-0 win over Rhode Island FC to move above the Eastern Conference playoff line. That's the news and notes, and now we have a special interview for you about FC Tulsa's own Diego Pacheco.
I found out in 2018 I was coming to play college soccer in Akron. Before coming, my family was like, oh, let's do blood works, just make sure everything is okay. So I did all those. I traveled to the US, super excited to start the season. A couple weeks later, the results came and the doctor basically said there were some malignant tumor cells. When my dad told me, I was like, all right, we can take care of it at the end of the season. We were 2 weeks before starting the season, so I was super excited to start. So yeah, when my dad said, no, you gotta come tomorrow to get surgery, that's when I started sobbing, started crying, and I go home, I get surgery 3 days later. My family was there, that was amazing, the support they gave me. It's been a crazy journey, but I'm glad everything went okay, and my family was always my biggest support, and having them here for this week is just a special feeling. I want to score goals for them, and I just want to make them proud.
Tonight's presenting sponsor is presented by Arvest Bank, and the match is brought to you by Williams. We make clean energy happen. By Osage Casino Hotel, your place to play. And by Tulsa Spine and Rehab, a team of specialists in one place, delivering lasting pain relief. As we roll the highlights of the first half with my broadcast partner Anna Burgle, it's been pretty much one-way traffic.
It has been. Louisville City FC has owned the statistics from a shots perspective. They came out with a lot of energy. Philip Goodrum here, former FC Tulsa player, trying to find the back of the net. FC Tulsa was able to defend pretty well. They were absorbing that pressure, trying to really limit clear-cut chances on goal. Peñaranda had to make a couple of big saves. So, Dave, it's just been important for FC Tulsa from a defensive perspective to hold strong, but this Louisville City side, you could feel that goals were coming.
Yeah, they kept banging on the door, didn't they? And in the end, as this shot was brilliantly saved, the goal did come in the 33rd minute, as we see Peñaranda with that spectacular save, and it was good work from Sean Tosh.
It was. Sean Tosh did a great job on that right side to keep the play alive and then pick out Jansen Wilson, who scored his 9th goal of the season with this excellent finish far post. Sean Tosh finding his 3rd assist of the season. And Dave, Lou City FC offensively knew they would be a handful, and FC Tulsa trying to find a way to deal with it.
Yeah, let's have a look at the stats to see just exactly why it was one-way traffic. 17 shots, Anna, and the shots on target. FC Tulsa yet to do one. As we keep saying, it's very easy to be up here and say what should happen, but they've got to change this round somehow.
They do, and what these statistics don't show you, I mean, there were times where FC Tulsa, they were able to connect on a long pass or a quick diagonal ball where players getting isolated 1v1 and some delivery in the box, but they just haven't been able to find that clear, clean-cut opportunity on frame to challenge Lou City FC and Damian Lass in goal. And so that's going to need to change in the second half if they want to find a quick equalizer, because the chances will continue to come for Lou City FC, and Peñaranda will likely need to make a couple more big saves to give FC Tulsa a chance to find that next goal.
Let's have a look at the USL Championship Team of the Week, and Yosuke Hanyo, the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC midfielder there, is the Player of the Week, and Ben Pearman for Charleston Battery, the Coach of the Week, and one of your players that you admire on the bench, Hannah.
Yeah, Aiden McFadden for Lou City FC getting the nod on the bench. Unfortunate in this game, had to go out earlier in the first half with an injury, so Lou City hopeful that he'll come back strong. Rodrigo da Costa also getting the nod on Team of the Week, former FC Tulsa player as well, but a lot of talent represented here, and congrats to everyone recognized.
Anna, we can only guess, but what do you think Coach Sanchez may have said to FC Tulsa?
They are still in this game. They're not out of it. Clearly, they haven't had the chances going forward. They knew that Lou City FC would find those chances, but overall they have defended pretty well. Peñaranda has made a couple of really good saves, and it just takes one. It just takes one moment. You see Bradley Bourgeois there in the huddle trying to fire his side up, and we've seen them in tight games find a way to come back, and so that's going to be something that they'll just have to focus on getting that next goal and the little details.
And then, in the spirit of fairness, Lou City, they're in their huddle. They win this game, they get a top 4 playoff berth. I mean, they are just going to want to be thoroughly professional in this second half.
They are, and so much left to play for, as you alluded to. The Players' Shield, just the continued success and security of the home playoff games, and they just want to continue to find those wins. I mean, we've talked about how successful they have been and just the wins that they've put on, but they have the opportunity to continue to break some records again this season, so they want to continue on that track and keep the foot on the gas.
Just to remind you that Jake Morris had to come on for Aiden McFadden. He had to go off with injury just before half time. As far as we can see, there are no other substitutions to tell you about, as Bradley Bourgeois knocks the ball long, looking for Pacheco. Pacheco's just got temporarily in behind, but there's plenty of purple shirts in the box defending. And then a kind of a strange sort of clearance from the goal scorer. Here's Stojanovic, who just nods it down. And I tell a lie, Harvey Sinclair has come on for FC Tulsa, right back in those orange boots. And I think Rashid Tete, who played the first 45 minutes, has gone off. So Harvey Sinclair on for FC Tulsa at the start of this second half. Line being led by Aaron Beboot, who's got to beat this man here. Damian Lass, who's had 7 clean sheets, hasn't had to make a save tonight. FC Tulsa have had a few shots well wide of the target. Harvey Sinclair then in the action, gives his all for the club. Sure, whenever he can, it's going to be difficult, whenever he can, and he's going to want to try and get forward to support the likes of Stojanovic and Batch, and it looks like Stojanovic may have gone up top now as well.
Yeah, I think you're right, and that's something that Sinclair, as you see here, can bring really good delivery.
Beboot chests it down, Batch, it's a shot into the back of Adams. Here's Booth, chested again by Beboot. Good start from FC Tulsa. Here's Sinclair, who's already made an impact. Boubacar Diallo. wearing 6 again to the orange boots of Harvey Sinclair. Diallo, good start from FC Tulsa here. They trail by a goal to 0, but clearly there's a different emphasis here. Batch, who had one of his best games in an FC Tulsa shirt on Wednesday in our opinion, hasn't had the room to play in this game. Sean Tosh wearing 4, chipping it over the top. Pacheco had gone towards the ball. Dia, who started the game at left back, having to go to the right back. The injury with McFadden. Winder there going forward. That's the edge of the area. It's played back here to Serrano. Hits Bradley Bouchoir. Ricochets away. And in the end, Stojanovic can clear that one away. Davila. Danger here from Louisville City. There's an offside flag up, so this won't count. The flag was up and FC Tulsa survives. It's been a good start, Anna, from FC Tulsa in this second half.
It is, and you can tell that they've come out with a bit more intensity, a bit more energy, trying to go forward, and I like the substitution with Sinclair because it gives them just a bit more attacking minded on that right side, and we've seen throughout the season he has really good delivery. He can bring kind of a different look to that wing and give FC Tulsa players a chance off of the cross. So that's a new dynamic here in the second half, but I think you'll see FC Tulsa will just start to go for it a bit more, and that's what we've seen in these first couple of minutes. But Louisville City FC clearly on the other end with a similar intensity as far as trying to find that next goal to just get some separation there with their lead.
Got a quick glance of Coach Mario Sanchez, the FC Tulsa coach, who's clearly said something to his lads at half-time. There's an offside flag, but I think there's also going to be a free kick here. Can't watch the match. Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. 1-0 to Louisville City. Thanks for your company here. Dave Saunders, Anna Berger with you. ESPN Plus, Cox Your View, and also here locally in Tulsa, Cox Channel 3. Glad to have your company here on a Saturday night, which is cooler than it has been of late. When does the summer officially end in Oklahoma, Anna Berger?
Well, just when you think it's gone, it sneaks back up again.
It does.
So
it
people
really
from around this area know not to get too comfortable.
You and I were down there doing that intro down near the pitch, and it was actually quite a nice temperature. It must be better for the players than it has been in those 100-degree afternoon heats that we've been used to. There's a ball forward. Can't find Aaron B-Boot. Well, Jonia's got one on the ankle there. Here's Tosh on the halfway as his side look to double their lead. Just to repeat, if they can win this game, Louisville City, they will definitely finish in the top 4, and they will be at home in the first playoff game. Remember, it's 1st v 8th. Of course, this is a cross-conference game, we mustn't forget. Now, B-Boot trying to get in behind Adams. Adams read that very well, the international. Here's Stojanovic, who curls the shot just over again. And once again, just got underneath it. And FC Tulsa won't get too many chances in this second half, you would have thought.
No, they won't, and it's a bit of untidiness, the turn there. And Stojanovic trying to pounce on it with the quick shot, but again, need to put that on frame. But good awareness to apply that pressure. Jake Morris there, not able to turn cleanly, and FC Tulsa almost taking advantage.
Yeah, Jake Morris, who we repeat came on a minute before the first half. Never an easy time to come on to the field, you get a minute and then you've hardly touched the ball, if at all, and then it's the 15-minute break. And I think he stayed out there and said to the trainers, can I do a little bit of warming up, the man with the ball there. Sawahi with the header. Sawahi, who played over 80 times for the boys in purple. Also played for New Mexico. 3 goals this season. Alexis Sawahi got 2 against his old team, New Mexico, when FC Tulsa were winning by 3-0, and then were pegged back to a 3-3 draw. Stojanovic wanted a corner, and then Sawahi scored a header earlier on in the season against Phoenix Rising here. Who can forget the 6-goal 3-3 thriller? So maybe it might be his night if he can come up from a corner and score against another one of his old clubs.
Yeah, we alluded to his defensive capabilities, but always nice to have a defender that can come up and have the ability to score as well.
Well, you look at Sean Tosh, who got the assist. Here's Faisal Batch. And Tosh, this season, he has 4 goals. And, in the last few years, he's notched some pretty good goals. And he plays, in the back 3. So very versatile. As Pacheco runs out of field. FC Tulsa have already brought on Harvey Sinclair. They've got Edwin Lasso, Matthew Bell, of course, recently signed on loan from Real Salt Lake. Alex DeLu, and then Santiago Sanchez, Sebastian Sanchez, and Anthony Harper, the academy players. Good run here from Morris. Morris will strike one, but doesn't, when I say strike it, he didn't really strike it very well. Long ball easily cut out by Arturo Ordonez. And then there's going to be an easy Pella yellow card for young Elijah Winder, the 21-year-old.
It's an easy call for the referee, and FC Tulsa in transition quickly. Yellow card for stopping that promising attack is, from an FC Tulsa perspective, unfortunate because they had numbers going forward, but an intelligent play there from Winder to stop play.
Elijah Winder did miss the whole of the 2021 season with injury, so he's bounced back pretty well, the young man. Segrist has to go back to Bourgeois. Bourgeois in turn has to go back to Peñaranda. As the world demands low cost, low carbon energy, Williams will be there with the best transport, storage and delivery solutions. Williams, we make clean energy happen. Thanks again for joining us here at One Oak Field this Vamos night, sponsored by Arvis Bank. And you and I got to get one of those very nice t-shirts, the Vamos Tulsa t-shirts, and we were saying that as there's another injury, and there was quite a good atmosphere building up, wasn't there, over an hour before the kickoff tonight.
There was. Obviously the weather plays into it. A lot of people came out early to try to get their hands on some free giveaways, so it was a good atmosphere. As you get a look here, Goodrum, maybe some contact, tough to see from this angle. But either way, a chance for both teams to reset, get some water.
So we're telling you about, playoff implications, and there's lots of ifs and buts. Now, New Mexico have gone down by 1-0 to Detroit. So what needs to happen now for them to get in the playoffs is they want San Antonio FC and Orange County SC to fail to take victory tonight in their respective games. Now, Oakland Roots versus San Antonio kicks off at 9 o'clock Central, and Orange County, Rhode Island at the same time. So if both of those teams fail to take victory, then New Mexico would cement their playoff place. They are currently top spot on 51 points, 7 points clear of Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, who are currently leading by 2-0, who sit in second place on 44. Memphis, also leading by 3-0, are in third place. So lots of points to be won as FC Tulsa come forward again. Stojanovic into the box. Pacheco's there. So's Dia. Dia will clear. And Boubacar Diallo does well. This is impressive from FC Tulsa, and they're really taking this game to Louisville City, who've got to sit a little bit deeper now in the second half.
They have. This has been a much better start. In the first half, they were just taking in the pressure and defending a lot more. But now FC Tulsa has been able to get more numbers going forward, more delivery in the box as well. That one not up to par from Stojanovic, but again, trying to continue to build that confidence going forward and a sense of urgency that they needed to have early on in this game. We've seen a few instances where if FC Tulsa has been down this season, they've waited too late in the game to find that sense of urgency, and now trying to find that equalizer quick early here in the second half.
I'll tell you what, these wonderful people who put our stats and ifs and buts together as the ball's over the top looking for Aaron Beboot have given us the scenario about Charleston Battery. Now, Charleston Battery have lost by, it's very late on. They are losing by 2-0 to Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Here's Pacheco battling away in the box. But there are so many ands and ors, Anna, I think it would take me the rest of the broadcast to explain it all. So we'll just let that one play out a little bit longer. But just a word on Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. They came into Tulsa, didn't they, and beat FC Tulsa by 4-1. They're up to second, and we were very impressed with them on that night.
They looked really strong here at One Oak Field, and then we talked about, the team of the week as well in the halftime show. A couple of players getting that nod, so congrats to them and the season that they've had as they continue to find momentum, and a few substitutions here for both teams, try to bring on some fresh legs.
Yeah, I can tell you that Adrian Perez and Wilson Harris are coming on now. Harris is the top goal scorer on 16 goals, a player that you have admired over his short career, and then, second highest in the league behind Nick Markanik, and good time to come on. Here he is on the ball right now. Good all-round player. Here's Davila, but he's just overhit that one. And FC Tulsa have taken off Diogo Pacheco and Boubacar Diallo. And on comes the first home look at Matthew Bell, who's gone wide on the left for Diogo Pacheco. So it'll be interesting to see Anna, lots riding on his shoulders, wearing 10, picking up the ball here.
And we've talked about some of the transfers and new players that FC Tulsa has brought in throughout this season, and Matthew Bell, one of the most recent ones, and he had a very decorated collegiate career with Marshall, 16th in the MLS Super Draft, and trying to find some momentum here as Sinclair almost around the corner, but it looks like knocked out for a corner kick, and the FC Tulsa fans not happy with that decision.
Yeah, I think it was just about the right decision. Let's see Harvey Sinclair. I think it was the crowd that wanted more than Sinclair. I think this is a good tackle from Winder.
Good timing as well, and he had to get that one right, able to poke the ball away. Maybe.
There's the ball in the box. Beboot with a header down, and at last, Damian Lass has to make a save from the Katrina Freshmax corner. Driven into the box. It was Beboot heading down. He had one similar on Wednesday, didn't he, when he headed it wide, and he's getting closer, and he's 6'4", so he's a handful at corners.
He is, and back on the other end, Wilson Harris. You were talking about just his career, Dave, and when he first started playing with SKC2 and just continued to climb the ranks, has always been a really impressive player just to watch develop throughout the USL Championship. Natural goal scorer, and he's one to watch for sure for this Lou City side.
62nd minute, Matthew Bell's scurrying run. Batch. FC Tulsa got a pretty attacking team on the field now. Here's Harvey Sinclair, who's made a definite difference. Tries to get to the line. Under pressure from Morris. Lasso. Booth is in here, but it's just run away from him there, but he puts a thumb up. Lasso's come on to the field, coming back from injury. So a little bit better from FC Tulsa in the second half.
Much better, and they're trying to get more players involved. Sinclair has absolutely made an impact on that wing, just trying to find delivery. If it's not there, he's pulling the ball back, getting more players involved, and they're taking more risks, and their runs are better. They're trying to create diagonal runs. They're recycling in and out, trying to pull this Lou City FC defense out of position. Much, much better offensive performance here in this second half so far.
Tampa Bay Rowdies 2, Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC 1. That means Tampa Bay will go into third place, still 10 points behind Charleston Battery, and then a further 16 points behind Lou City if it would stay like this, and Lou City would finish the night on 62 points. Matthew Bell is back there working away, gets it to Booth to Sawahi to Harvey Sinclair. Sinclair goes down under pressure from Morris. Bradley Bouchoir thought about going long to Aaron Beeboot, who'd put himself out wide on the left-hand side, trying to drag the Lou City defenders around. With the introduction of Matthew Bell, it's meant that Dia, who started, as I said, on the left, Amadou Dia has gone to the right. He's having to play a little bit deeper because Matthew Bell's going to try and really make it a 3 up front if he can, Anna.
And that's where Mario Sanchez really thinks highly of Matthew Bell as well, because he can play in tight spaces. He has the ability to score goals, obviously, so it brings a different dynamic and something else for this Lou City FC back line to think about.
Coach Sanchez said that Matthew Bell's a great addition to the team. He's a player that brings an attacking flair to the game. He's very comfortable in tight spaces, and he has the ability to score goals. Does the native of Kingston, Jamaica, on loan from Real Monarchs of MLS Next Pro. So FC Tulsa, as I said a few moments ago, have pretty much all of their attacking players, you would suggest, from the bench. Maybe you could argue Alex DeLue could come on, but it's better, but it's still an uphill task here against Lou City, who lead the Eastern Conference. Sean Tosh, assister of the goal, back on the 33rd minute, chips it over the top, looking for Harris. Harris gets there first, keeps the ball in, beautiful skill from him. See Tulsa in those patina green shirts really defending well. That hit the referee, so that will be a Lou City ball for Taylor Davila. Here's Tosh. Oh, beautiful turn from Dia there, away from Bell. Knocks it a little bit long. Harvey Sinclair heads it away. Winder gets a little 1-2. Good play by Lasso in there to break that one up. Now there's a drop of the shoulder. Here's Winder again. Winder shoots. Easy save for Johan Peñaranda, who'll be pleased, Anna, to get that low shot into the gloves.
Yeah, good pressure from the FC Tulsa defense as Winder was doing a great job just combining there at the top of the 18. And Lou City FC, 19 shots so far in this game, 5 of them on target. 1 goal, obviously, and FC Tulsa trying to find an answer here. Still haven't been able to find something on target, but they've had better chances in and around the 18, which they did not have in the first half.
Well, again, in the modern game, the ball was played cleanly. A few years ago, that would have been okay, but the referee said that the tackle was from behind. Bill Knight Ford is a proud sponsor of FC Tulsa. Bill Knight Ford is Oklahoma's #1 Ford dealer for 15 years running. Stop by today and get your hands on your new Ford today. Bill Knight, home of the Knight advantage. 1-0. No goals in the second half. Ball into the box. Tosh is there to win that header into the box, and Tosh is there again to hook it back, but not far enough. FC Tulsa on last Wednesday were 1-0 up at half-time to Las Vegas Lights, and they conceded a goal fairly late on to get a 1-1 draw, which in the end Coach Sanchez in the post-match interview with us live on air said he was, you know, you got to take the point, and now, Anna, if you offered him a point, of course a long way to go to get that, you know, he'd take that right now, wouldn't he? But then it's a strange game, isn't it? You know, you get one, sometimes you bring two, don't you?
Right, and here is Wilson Harris off the turnover trying to make something happen. It looks like the referee will go to the book again, and that will be a yellow card to Sawahi.
Do you know what? We don't often get a chance to praise referees, but watch Brad Jensen here. He gives the yellow card, and which nobody will argue with that yellow card, and immediately, just out of your shot to the right, he immediately pointed to Bradley Bourgeois and said to Danny Cruz, the coach of Louisville City, I'm not giving him a red because there's the other defender. It wasn't last man. Great piece of officiating for me. You and I praise good officials when we see them. I thought that was really good from the centre referee there.
Yeah, good communication as well, and players and coaches appreciate that for sure.
Here's Adams chipping the ball over the top. Harvey Sinclair wins that one. Goes back to Peñaranda. Long ball now. Adams has got a lot of freedom there. Dylan Murrows it is who's come on that left-hand side. There's Dia who's in a little bit of discomfort. Free kick right on halfway for the Kiwi international. Kyle Adams. Ordonez holding on to the ball. Brings in Adams. FC Tulsa wanted the throw in there. Ordonez. Crowd have stayed with it. Still a 0 as we come up to the 70-minute mark in this one. Will FC Tulsa get a clear-cut chance in this game?
And if you're Lou City FC, obviously they've had the majority of the chances in this game. You'll want to get that next one to kind of put this game away and start to manage it a bit more, because the longer you let this FC Tulsa team hang around and continue to build confidence, it's likely they'll get one or two more good chances, and if they take advantage, it completely changes this game as another yellow card issued.
Yeah, Pele yellow card to Harvey Sinclair. Trying to get to the ball, couldn't get it. Jumped in a little bit, you have to be careful, he's annoyed with himself. Certainly the atmosphere on Vamos night here at One Oak Field is something special. As FC Tulsa, as we said, after this game we'll have another 4 home games. 4 out of the last 5 will be here at One Oak Field, which could be significant if they're going to get 8th or maybe 7th. 6th might be a little bit of a stretch. That will roll through to Peñaranda. And Anna, when you look at FC Tulsa's run-in, you see that, you know, they've got to go to Rhode Island and Oakland routes, and then El Paso, who are pretty much down near the bottom, and they've gone down to another defeat as FC Tulsa come forward here. Now Batch, can he pick out Bell? Booth might be able to pick out Bell here. Booth's going on a little run, tucks it through here to Bell. Bell now hits Tosh and goes away for a corner. Bell did the right thing, but Tosh is a good defender.
He is, in great play in the midfield from FC Tulsa as Booth able to keep the ball close to his feet. Gets a little bit of a lucky touch there as Lou City FC was defending well. Batch on the initial run, as you see, pick his head up, trying to switch play quickly.
Bell into the box again, away from Ordonez. Wilson Harris brings in Adrian Perez. And that's gone out. Good response from FC Tulsa. And now they're going to make another substitution here. Alex DeLu is going to come on for Stojanovic. And Anna Bergel, I would suggest to you that Mario Sanchez has played all the attacking cards he has in his armory with bringing on Alex DeLu.
And it tells you how he feels about this game. He wants to go for it, and we've seen that in this second half more from FC Tulsa as they've taken more risks going forward. They sat back more in that first half, but after conceding the goal, they've had more possession in the attacking third with the substitutions that they've made and just the tactical changes. St. Clair getting higher on the field, the delivery. You can tell that this team, they're trying to find the equalizer.
Bibu. Lou City have a line of 5 across the back now. They know how close this game is. They would dearly love a second. Harvey Sinclair's gone down. No call from the referee. There is now. Alex DeLu a little bit behind the game. Just to squeeze in my point, Anna, in those home games, you know, there's still a match at North Carolina as well, who are sitting pretty low in the league, never easy to go away. But El Paso, New Mexico, obviously, who are top, Hartford Athletic, and Monterey Bay FC, who are below FC Tulsa. And Phoenix Rising, who are just above them, have got to play Monterey Bay and others in and around FC Tulsa. So there's a lot to be played, but it might just help FC Tulsa, again, I make the point, to have those teams, A, in and around them, and B, playing at One Oak Field.
No, you're right. That'll make a big difference, and something that I know FC Tulsa will want to try to do with those remaining games is keep control of their own destiny, because they've had moments in the past historically where they've come close. They've been a bubble team, and they've relied on other results in the league and other wins and needed some help from other teams. And so that's something, if they can put themselves in a position where they're not needing to rely on other results, definitely something they would like to do. And to your point, there's teams in and around them where a victory is very impactful.
Free kick. Maris and Davila. It's going to be Davila with it. Peñaranda, safe hands. Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa is your place for fun and entertainment after the match. Enjoy a world-class casino experience with high-stakes tables and over 1,600 electronic games. Just 4 miles from One Oak Field, Osage Casino Hotel, Tulsa. 1-0, the slender lead for Lou City. The table toppers from the east playing the 8th placed team, FC Tulsa, the home side in their patina green shirts. Right to left on your screens as Harvey Sinclair will play a decent ball into the box, and it has to be put away for a corner by Jansen Wilson, who's having to play really now as a right back in a 5. The Katrina Freshmax corner kick will be taken by Faisal Batch. The crowd believe Faisal Batch, it'll be a left footer. Plenty of players up from the back. Sawahi's in there. Would dearly love to score against his old club. There's a header from Bourgeois and a catch from Damian Latz. Good pressure from FC Tulsa.
Sinclair again leading up to that corner. Really good delivery in on the back post. Matthew Bell was there waiting. had to be cleared away by Jansen Wilson, as you mentioned, Dave, has been forced back more defensively here in this second half, and the corner kick not able to come to fruition for FC Tulsa, but better looks again as they continue to push and apply pressure.
Wonderful play from Batch there. Didn't have a lot of room to play with, but Booth has been dispossessed by Harris. You don't want to let Harris have the ball in that position. The other thing we need to talk about for Lou City fans, of course, is the three-way battle for the first Players' Shield, the trophy awarded to the team with the best overall regular season record. And I can tell you, the other two teams in that three-team race, Anna, have both lost tonight. Lasso got one in the face there. Here's Andrew Booth. We'll come back to the Players' Shield in just a moment. Segrist plants a ball into the box. There's a header towards Adams. Adams will calmly head it back to Lass. But if you look at Charleston tonight, Anna, they go down in their game at Colorado by 2-0, and New Mexico have lost by 1-0. So it all looks good for the boys in purple tonight, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're definitely in the driver's seat from that perspective, and that trophy, as we've alluded to, awarded to the team with the best overall regular season record. So something that they want to continue to strive for, and desperate for points for different reasons, as we mentioned, FC Tulsa from a playoff perspective, but Lou City FC at the top of the table, still with a lot left to play for.
But 2 goals from FC Tulsa now in the last 12 minutes would ruin everything I just said. Here's Bibu. Segrist just having to check his run. As I said, FC Tulsa have thrown all their attacking players on in this second half. Mario Sanchez not afraid to make the change at half-time. Rashid Tete played at right back. Harvey Sinclair's come on a little bit more attacking. Has made a lot of difference. Lasso, who just got involved there, has come on in the middle. Here's Alex DeLu getting the ball from under his feet. Lasso. Now that one's luckily fallen here to Wilson Harris, who wants a 17th on the season. Tries to nutmeg Bradley Bourgeois. Looked like he held Bourgeois back there. The USL Championship is on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports, Galazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. 1-0, the goal back in the 33rd minute by Jansen Wilson, his 9th of the season, separates the two sides. It's been better from FC Tulsa, who've worked the goalkeeper Damien Lass a little bit more in the second half, having not able to register a shot on target in the first half. Still a long way to go. Ordonez. Here is Davila. Perez. Perez will shoot wide of the target. Nothing doing there, and FC Tulsa do pretty well there, Anna, but they'll want to keep this attacking going here.
And FC Tulsa will be content with those longer range efforts from Lou City FC if they can press quicker as they have been more in the second half, kind of congest defensively and not make it as easy. They're okay with those longer range shots. Peñaranda can handle those, and FC Tulsa really throwing most of their resources forward with some great combination play here in the midfield.
Winder. Still got the ball down that left-hand side as Winder. Now gets it into Wilson Harris. A second would probably put the game to bed. Here's Davila. Tosh up from the back three, or back five, whichever way you want to read it. There's a shot flashing across the goal, and it's going to go out, I think, for a throw-in on the far side. Two games just underway, both 0-0. Orange County against Rhode Island. Of course, Orange County just a place below FC Tulsa. And Sacramento Republic against Phoenix Rising also 0-0. There's the ball into the box away. Here's Faisal Batch. No fouls as the referee batches round one, but he can't get round two. They've got to try to keep feeding B-Boot up front, Anna.
And B-Boot has the height, but he's also playing with a lot of confidence, and he has the technical ability, as we've seen, to score some really good goals. Scored in his debut, had a goal disallowed earlier this week.
Good run from Winder, is opened up. Winder shoots just wide of the target. Louisville City is so dangerous, as I said. They've got 5 goals from Winder, 5 goals from Davila, and they're the sitting midfielders, if you like. Here's a replay. There's Davila doing well. Winder takes over, and then Winder shoots. It's a little bit wide of the target here. Crowd have stayed with it here at One Oak Field, desperately wanting FC Tulsa, from the home perspective, to get their 3rd home win of the season. Louisville City's away record: 7 wins, just 2 draws, and 4 defeats. Last time out, they were in a 10-goal thriller at North Carolina. They won it by 6 goals to 4. Good play in the end from Wilson. Both draws were away at Las Vegas Lights 2-2 and Rhode Island 0-0. Both came within a week. A little bit like London buses. They come along at once. 2 come along at once. But they've been pretty good away from home. Just defeats at Charleston Battery by 3 goals to 2, and also Tampa Bay Rowdies by 3 goals to 2. Seven minutes to go. No foul now. Good drop of the shoulder, and there's a pullback, and Adams will get a Pele yellow card. That's an easy one for the referee to give. FC Tulsa want to go quickly here. Tulsa Spine and Rehab, a team of specialists in one place, delivering lasting pain relief. The Pele yellow card goes to Kyle Adams. FC Tulsa have a chance to get the ball forward as Andrew Booth comes off, and on comes Santiago Sanchez. Booth has worked hard in the midfield. What a moment this would be if Santiago Sanchez could score with his first touch. There he is in the thick of things. There's the ball into the box from Batch. Good header away from Dia. DeLu to Segrist. Segrist tries to switch the play. Volleyed away. Sawahi will go back, Lasso will go back to Peñaranda. Anna, you just need, from an FC Tulsa point of view, the ball to fall at the feet of a player that's got a clear-cut opportunity in this last 6 minutes.
And it only takes one moment, and FC Tulsa, we've talked about in the second half, they've had better chances, they've had more of the ball in the attacking third, but all of that doesn't mean anything if they can't put a goal in the back of the net. And Louisville City making it difficult, but some more energy here from the home team.
Diego Sanchez with a wonderful piece of skill there. Wilson Harris with Bradley Bouchois. Lasso, who scored that fantastic goal down at San Antonio in the 3-1 win. Here's Harris. Dylan Maritz. Winder in the corner, trying to win a corner, and in the end it will be a Katrina Freshmax corner for Louisville City, who can take some time out of the game. eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favourite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. McCabe is going to come into the fray late on here. He's a midfielder. He's been with the club since 2015. A man from Dublin. Winder is off. Johnson Wilson heads it forward, but Siegrist does really well. 3.5 minutes to go of the 90, plus the board, which FC Tulsa fans will hope will be around about 5. Is Bell. He's been quiet in the last few minutes. Nutt makes a defender. Bell's in the box, round 2. Bell will shoot! And it was curling just past the post. From my angle, it probably closer than it really was. Anna, let's just see how close this was. Outstanding skill from Bell.
And that's definitely one of his strengths, in tight spaces, trying to just create a bit of space, gets a bit of a lucky bounce, but then good footwork there, just not able to get the curl on the back post the way that he wanted to. But you're right, he's been a bit more quiet in this second half, but has the ability on a dime to make a difference, and that one going just wide.
Headed forward. Adams whacks it forward. Sawahi will have to chase his own header and heads it back. Tulsa Spine and Rehab, a team of specialists in one place, delivering lasting pain relief. 1-0 the score late on here. Faisal Batch, who's performed well again. He's had a bit more space in the second half as FC Tulsa have made those adjustments. But, you know, we talk about how good this Lou City team is, quite rightly, because the table never lies and their history and everything as FC Tulsa come forward again. But let's say FC Tulsa have performed really well here, Anna, and it's only 1-0, and there's a chance they can get a point here.
They have, and Lou City FC has put on a ton of goals on some teams this season, and FC Tulsa's defense obviously conceding the one.
Ball into the box, headed down from Siegrist! Maybe that was the chance that FC Tulsa needed. Wonderful ball in, and that man there who has got a goal way back against Sacramento Republic in the 1-1 draw. How close is this?
St. Clair, excellent delivery. Siegrist really not contested in the box there from Lou City FC defenders. I think he knows that that might have been the golden opportunity to put that one in the back of the net.
Well, with the greatest of respect to Siegrist, he's more of a left back. If that had been Aaron Beeboot, we could be looking at a 1-1 scoreline right now. He headed it just wide. He did well to get there. I mean, he was up from left back. He threw himself into the box. It's a wonderful delivery. Beeboot lays it off to Sawahi. We think it's going to be around about 5 minutes to be added on. Tulsa Tech stoppage time. We'll see the board go up in the next 20 or so seconds. Damian Lass trying to see out this game and get his team over the line for not only their 8th away win of the season, but their 20th win of the season overall, and it would secure them a top 4 place. And they're looking at a second. Siegrist gets a foot in, did really well there. And we're going to have 5 minutes of Tulsa Tech stoppage time. It is kitchen sink time. FC Tulsa will want to throw everything now in this 5 minutes. Lou City will just want to see this out professionally. Beeboot waits in the box. Bell, this is going to fall to Bell. Brings it down beautifully. Bell can't get it past the first defender, Jansen Wilson. Remember, he scored the goal in the 33rd minute. Still FC Tulsa possess the football. In fact, FC Tulsa have gone ahead in the possession now. They lead it by 55-45. Of course, Anna, that doesn't mean anything unless you've got an end product, but it certainly tells a bit of a story the second half.
Yeah, it does. They've just done much better in this second half of calming things down, trying to connect their passes, and getting more involved in the attacking third. And as we've seen these last few minutes, they've had some chances. That golden one by Siegrist that he'll definitely want back. St. Clair's made a huge impact to this game for FC Tulsa with great delivery. So the second half adjustments that head coach Mario Sanchez has made, the substitutions, the attacking minded players that have come on this field have made a difference, but they'll want a goal to show for it.
As we told you, FC Tulsa, after this game, have 2 away trips. A week today at Rhode Island, and then a trip to Oakland Roots. Back here again on the 5th of October. October, a busy month here at One Oak Field for FC Tulsa. Here's the ball from Sinclair into the box. It's going to be a corner. Peñaranda's even thinking about coming up, but I think he's been asked to stay back, but they're going to throw everybody in. Is this the moment, Anna Berger, where FC Tulsa get a little bit of luck? The ball drops and they go away with a point.
Need a good ball in here from Matthew Bell to give your team a chance.
Katrina Freshmack's corner into the box. It's a strong header away from Ordonez. Back from Harvey Sinclair, and there's an offside flag, and that will be just what you want if you are Lou City. Still just over 2 minutes to go, but FC Tulsa will want to get that ball back as soon as possible. So Damien Lass belts it forward towards that left-hand side. Harvey Sinclair up into the night sky towards the halfway line. Tosh gets underneath it, heads it back. Lasso heads it forward towards the right-hand side. Adams belts it forward as far as he can. And they want to keep it in the corner here to Lou City with Adrian Perez. But it's going to be a goal kick, and he didn't do enough there. And it's going to be FC Tulsa trying to get this ball forward. It could be the last chance. 1.5 minutes to go here at One Oak Field. We hope you're enjoying this one as much as we are here on ESPN Plus, Cox Your View, and here locally on Cox Channel 3. FC Tulsa desperate to get one last chance to get a point in this game. Sinclair does well, couldn't bring it down, heads it back to Faisal Batch. Batch has to go left-footed into the box. It's going to drop over to Bell here. Another corner for FC Tulsa. They do have another chance here. Katrina Freshmack's corner. Matthew Bell on loan. Can he put this ball in? Peñaranda's up from the back. This really is it now. Bell's ball into the box. Bradley Bouchard heads it back in. It's headed away by Wilson. And it's going to be a throw-in to Lou City as Alex Delou went flying in. 2 balls on the field. Throw in to Lou City with seconds left. Dia doing everything he can here to take seconds off the clock. Referee blowing his whistle saying get on with it. Wilson Harris, 16 goals this season, but he just belts the ball forward. Precious time left. Bradley Bouchard, it has to go long. B-Boot waits. Bell's got to get in there. There's an offside against B-Boot. And that is that. The referee blows the final whistle. Congratulations to Lou City, who win this one by 1-0. Their 20th win of the season. They secure a top 4 spot. And Anna Bergel, it was brave from FC Tulsa, but Lou City are a hard nut to crack.
They are. Lou City FC came in here and really just a thorough professional win, able to get that first goal in the first half. Jansen Wilson, his 9th of the season, ultimately the game winner and difference maker in tonight's game. And FC Tulsa, you look around the field and a bit of disappointment from a sense where they felt like they had that late surge in the second half, but just really couldn't find anything on frame or obviously in the back of the net, as Lou City's defense really held them to 0 shots on target. FC Tulsa had chances in and around the box, but not able to find the point here at One Oak Field.
Coach Mario Sanchez hugging every Lou City player. Of course, he knows them. There's Davila with Segris. Lots of friendships on the field. It was a good battle, and it was a good game. There wasn't anybody rolling around on the floor. Yes, there were a few yellow cards, but it wasn't anything malicious. It was a good game, wasn't it?
It was. It was an entertaining match. Some quality soccer. And Lou City FC, we've talked about just the historical success that they've had as they continue on with their historical season. But FC Tulsa had a great showing. I mean, they played well defensively. They had only conceding one goal to a tough side that typically puts up multiple goals, and they have multiple different players that have the ability to score. And overall, FC Tulsa handled them pretty well, and a lot of positive takeaways from this game as they head into this backstretch of the regular season.
Well, Anna, we know that Lou City have secured a top 4 berth. Here's what they've got. They go to Detroit City FC, that one live on ESPN2. Then home games against Memphis and Miami. Then they go to Indy 11 and finish the season against Tampa Bay Rowdies. They'll want to do revenge on Tampa Bay, who beat them by 3-2. And also, Anna, we say again, we did say it during the game, that they want that Players' Shield, and they'll be delighted that the other 2 in the 3-horse race have gone down tonight.
Yes, they will. They're in the driver's seat from that perspective and have been able to accomplish all that they've wanted to so far this season, and now they'll just need to continue to manage players, make sure everyone can be healthy heading into playoffs. McFadden, unfortunate, he went off in the first half with an injury, a key player for Lou City, so they're hopeful that that's nothing serious as they look ahead towards the playoffs.
We'll step away now. Don't go away. We're going to have Coach Sanchez coming up live on air. It finished FC Tulsa 0, Lou City FC 1.
Summertime is back at Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa, and we have the perfect getaway for you. Cool off in our spacious freeform pool. Grab your favorite drink and chill at the poolside bar. Or relax and unwind in a cozy private cabana. Just steps away are tempting restaurants, live entertainment, and a world-class casino gaming experience. At Osage Casino Hotel Tulsa, your place to stay and relax.
At Ascension St. John, we're committed to being your first choice for healthcare in Oklahoma. For movement disorders, spine care, and more, our brain and spine specialists lead in coordinating advanced care. Patients choose us for advanced heart care and personalized cancer care. And we also excel in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
The experience to adapt, learn, and grow defines Williams. We've delivered natural gas to power change for over a century. Now we're investing in next-gen technologies to move toward a low-carbon future. We can reduce emissions and meet rising energy demands because experience powers us.
Welcome back into what's been a beautiful night and a great game of football. Alas, FC Tulsa have lost it by a slender margin, a goal in the 33rd minute by Jensen Wilson. It's been a real good fight. FC Tulsa threw everything they could in the second half, having gone 1-0 down in the first half. The players are out of your shot here, just shaking hands with the crowd. And I think we're going to be able to talk to Coach Sanchez in a minute, but there was the goal that separated the two sides, Anna Bergel.
And Lou City FC really owned the statistics from a shots perspective. 22 shots, 6 of those on target. Wilson's goal is the difference maker so far this evening, but FC Tulsa, they found more chances in the second half. They had some better energy coming in. Bell, they're able to showcase what he can do, and this looked like a more confident FC Tulsa side in the second half. Defensively, if you're looking and separating the two halves, They held the clean sheet in the second half. Siegrist there missing an opportunity for FC Tulsa, but we have Coach here to wrap things up and get his perspective on the game.
Yeah, Coach Mario Sanchez, thanks for joining us again. You know better than anybody how good a side Louisville City are, but come on, let's talk about your side in the second half.
Yeah.
You gave them a fright, didn't you, my friend?
Oh, it was brilliant. Yeah, I mean, I heard you guys talking a little bit. The energy was fantastic. Obviously came out a little timid, but the response was awesome the second half, and hopefully we can gain more confidence with the team that moving forward. Look, we go out and bring that energy, and we can compete and get some wins. So I mean, it was unfortunate. Pat had a really good look, and sometimes all those corners that we had at the end, you never know what happens. But really proud of the guys for the second half.
Coach, you alluded to it, but what are some of the key takeaways from this game that you'll learn from heading into this back stretch of the season as you guys continue your hunt for playoffs?
We just got to understand what we're capable of. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like I'm trying to convince them of how good they can be. So I think that's just the biggest takeaway is, look, guys, when we come with the right mentality, and I wouldn't say it's the mentality. I know they want to work and they want hard. They got to believe in themselves more. You know what I mean? And so you can see the tempo with the ball picks up, our pressing picks up, everything just picks up another 5%. And that 5% is what makes differences in games. And it's one of those things. If we would have played that first half like we did the second half, who knows? And I'm not saying we're going to win it because they're good, but we got to use these opportunities. Vegas similar that. Vegas was opposite, that we started off really well for 70 minutes and faded. And this one, we started slow and they got better. So I've been talking to them a lot about just belief. And I think hopefully this can galvanize the guys and as we move forward.
Coach, a couple of away games to go to now, but then you have 4 of your last 5 at home. Could that be significant with you getting in the playoffs?
Oh, yeah. Jeez. At halftime, I took a quick pick at some of the scores. And, the good, in a weird way, kind of this couple teams behind us are struggling a little bit to get results. To have those, we play El Paso here, which is going to be huge. Monterrey here, it's going to be huge. And then obviously New Mexico's, a wonderful team. But I've continued to say, and I will till the very end. I really think it's going to come down to the last game or two.
Well, Coach Sanchez, thank you so much, and congratulations on, a performance tonight. Yes, you've gone down, but your team did FC Tulsa fans and the club proud.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, Coach. And Anna Bergel, your final comment. I mean, they 1-1, Las Vegas Lights. There's the full-time stats. And incredibly, look at the possession that turned around for FC Tulsa in the second half.
And I think Coach said it. In the second half, they really grew into the game and played so much better, but the shots on target wasn't there. But there were moments. I mean, Siegrist had a golden opportunity that he would want back. Matthew Bell did some great work in and around the 18-yard box. St. Clair on the wing had some excellent deliveries into the box that don't always show up on the stat sheet, but you can't deny Louisville City FC 22 shots, 6 on target, able to get the game-winning goal in Wilson as they continue to have an outstanding season.
Well, let's have a look. We were talking to Coach there about 4 of the last 5 at home. Let's see what the next few games, 5 to be precise, Anna. It didn't get any easier. Road games. We've talked about Rhode Island, Oakland Roots, a lot of traveling there, and then El Paso and North Carolina. And then the home games begin with New Mexico, but 2 tough, long road trips.
It is. It's tough to get points on the road, but to be a playoff team, you have to be able to take care of business when you're at home and also when you're on the road. And you've heard Coach talk throughout the season. They're just focused on what they can control and make sure that they can get points where they can get them as they continue their hunt for the playoffs.
Anna Bergel, thank you so much for your expertise behind the mic tonight. Thank you to all of our wonderful production team who brought you the sights and sounds here from One Oakfield, the second game within 4 days. FC Tulsa will pick themselves up. They'll go on the road, as we said, to Rhode Island and then Oakland Roots. But they'll be back here again for El Paso to begin the month of October. Thanks so much to all of you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. It finished here. FC Tulsa 0, Louisville City FC 1. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
Up.